Hey everybody, it's Jenny from Norman S. Wright. I'm going to continue on with the diffuser topic this week. I want to talk about downward projection of airflow from a diffuser. So let's get started. As I mentioned in the last video, diffuser performance data is taken with isothermal air. Most diffusers are also used in ceiling applications where the airflow goes along the ceiling then rolls the room. But what if you have an application where you want to project airflow downward into a space? A good example of this would be a high-ceilinged lobby area. In a lobby, you probably want to cool in the summer and heat in the winter. But how do you know how far your diffuser will throw during heating and cooling based on the catalog data? So let's move this over and look at it. This downward vertical projection chart is super useful for this. Using this chart and the diffuser performance, you can estimate the cooling and heating downward throw from isothermal catalog data. If you know the catalog throw of the diffuser is 12 foot, for instance, you can use this chart to see what the downward throw is in cooling and heating at different delta T's. You can follow the row over and see that with a 20-degree cooling supply air, essentially 55 degrees supply air into a 75-degree room, the diffuser will have a 16 to 17 foot downward throw. With a 20-degree delta in heating, which is essentially 95 degrees supply air in a 75-degree space, you'll have a 7-foot downward throw. Another way to look at it is for a given velocity, say 600 feet per minute. The isothermal downward throw would be about 22 feet. But in cooling, that would throw to about 30 feet, and with a 20-degree delta T for heating, it would throw about 13 feet. So if this is a 12-foot tall lobby, in cooling you would get the cold air all the way down to the floor and then some, but in heating, the floor would only go to about 7 feet above the floor, which means that occupants could be cold in the winter. But notice that a 10-degree delta T in heating would go to about 18 feet, so that would get the warm air further down into the space to warm the occupants. Let me make a little bit more room. In this situation, you would either need to increase your airflow volume and velocity to get the warm air into the space, or lower your delta T so you get the longer throw. If you notice, the higher the delta T, the shorter the throw, so you can see that supplying warmer air to the diffusers does not help you make the space warmer because it's harder to get the heat down into the space. This is why ASHRAE recommends no more than 15-degree delta T for heating, so for a 75-degree space, that's 90-degree supply air temperature. That's the basics of downward projection and how temperature affects throw into a space. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.